So Otakon was run a lot better this year, but it was also absolutely insane getting into the con from the hotel. They had the most serious, like, bomb squad level of security.
As they should.
Them screaming at children to get their hands out of their pocket and to take all their stuff out. Why don't you take your stuff out? Take your stuff out. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Like, crazy. Like, crazy. Every time I went through prop check or went through the entrance to Otakon through the Marriott tunnel, whoever it was back there would just start thinking that I was trying to get one past them. They'd be like, "You didn't get that prop check. They didn't approve that. Why? You can't come through here. No, leave."
He's like literally showing them the stamp on his.
It's stamped. It's on my badge. And they're like, "You ain't get that prop check. You ain't no."
They were pretty mean.
And I'm just like, "It's on the badge." Like why not just come up and just be like, "Hey, are you sure that did you pass that?
Let me see that again.
Like, can I see that? Cool." No, it was immediate. Like,
what's in your pocket?
Yeah, what are you hiding? It's Randy Marsh. I'm wearing the leather jacket or whatever for the Integrity outfit, and the guy thinks I'm hiding something in my jacket.
Open the jacket.
Yeah, open the jacket. Open the jacket. I'm like,
like there's totally on my hat.
And he pats me down, and he's got the wand, right? That was the guy with the wand.
All I remember was wooden forks.
Oh,
like
yeah, and then they were salad tongs in people's bags.
Patting people down with salad tongs, like literal.
It was
wooden
so
fork salad tongs.
weird. Quiet, and you're going down the escalator to where the entrance is, and you would just hear the yelling start to boil up.
Weird is
and
because
then you're down there. It's just
It's also extremely inconsistent. So sometimes you go in and barely they look at you. The next time you go in, they're semi-normal and they're like, "You're good." The next time you go through, somebody is screaming at you about prop check, and then the next time you go through,
it's cavity search. It's full-on cavity search to get in. I say it all the time, but it's especially with Otakon, is that
Otakon is, when it was in Baltimore, it was good for most things. It was good for mingling, it was good for cosplay, it was good for photos because there was all kinds of fountains and everything inside the convention center and all around it in the city.
Like we said, Otakon in Baltimore sprawled the entire city, and everybody...
Harbor.
Every location, everybody was always into it and always supportive of it. You could be a mile, you could be 3 miles away. You could find a place where you could take photos or just chill. You could get free stuff, like I said, miles away just from being in cosplay. Just like, "Hey, that's awesome. Here you go."
But
Chick-fil-A used to give you fries if you were in cosplay. The 7-Eleven on the corner, like a mile away, the 7-Eleven on the corner would give you free water. It would have whatever you bought if you were in cosplay. There was like all stuff like that would happen throughout the entire city. So like you always could just wander around in your cosplay and just feel like you never left the con.
So the point being that when it was in Baltimore, it was good for all the things. It was good for the rave. It was good for cosplay. It was good for bar hopping. It was good for watching movies at the con. You know, it was good for all kinds of stuff. Now it's good for...
Is this where we have to massage
it's not good for anything else.
LeBlanc's boobs?
The boss is...
It just doesn't fit. Like it's there, and you take 2 steps away from the con, and you just feel like you don't even... None of this matters to the city. None of this matters to anybody else around you. Like
in Baltimore, there was nothing else going on. You're just
a drip in the ocean of the like. There's so many conventions and events and parades and everything happening in DC constantly.
Well, the entire country being run.
Yeah, exactly.
The generator for
a bunch of 40,000 weebs at a convention center does nothing to the city. Doesn't even phase it. Like they're just.
But in Baltimore, you could go a mile away and the bars would have Otakon specials.
Yeah. Baltimore, you could walk from the convention center 3 miles north and you would still get like a free snack for being in cosplay. There would still be stuff like flyers and stuff off like telephone poles or whatever.
Baltimore's a big city. I will just simply argue that it is a better city.
Let's go to the burger place right down the street. You walk in. Is it a Star Trek thing going on? Are you guys Star Trek?
Oh, you guys like Trekkies?
The Trekkies. There's a Trekkie. Where even is it? It's like, bro, it's literally a block over. And like, we just took 2 steps.
They take over the train system. The nerds take over the train system.
I always forget how much people spend at cons. One of the people that we followed, they posted this Otakon bingo thing, and one of the like slots on the bingo card was like spend over $600, and like so many people had that checked, and I was like, oh my god, like
I've never hit that high.
yeah, that's what
People really like the cosplays though. Like people were really stoked on them, so that felt good.
While our one friend was with us, he was counting photos until he had to bail, and we got 87 people take photos of us.
Well, before Brennan left.
That's what I mean. But like, that was only while
like
he was
3
with
hours.
us. But in this like little gap of time, it was 87 people came up to take photos with us before he was like, "I'm done. I'm out of here."
If you are clearly in pain and unhappy, it's like magnets for people.
Oh, that's when the family came up and
Yeah.
took a photo with the baby.
And I was like sitting on the ground, like literally like dealing with hooks and like cussing because I got stabbed under the nail by a needle. And like these people came up, they're like, "Oh my god, can I get a picture?" And I was like,
So we had
"Of course you can." And then they're like, "Here, take our baby, get in the picture, baby." And we're like, and that's the only time I got mad. That's the only time. The rest of it was good.
yeah, that was. It's always interesting when the babies get brought out for photos with us who
Lots of babies with Mulan.
we don't know them. The staff was a lot better this year. Otakon staff was better. According to the rumors, was that last year 30% of the staff quit 2 weeks before the con was
Is that
scheduled
right?
to happen. Yeah, the rumor that went around was that last year, 2 or 3 weeks before the con, all of a sudden 30% of the staffers quit. I don't know if it's like a protest or a walkout
Probably
thing.
Mask thing. They're probably pissed about masks.
That's true, yeah.
Because that was a whole
Yeah,
thing last year.
that's a good point. So that last year's Otakon was so poorly staffed. Lines everywhere. Remember just waiting for the escalator, and then you would take the escalator and then have to wait at the bottom of the other escalator as the line is like pouring, like people are just
Well, it
crashing
sounds like that happened
into
again.
each other.
I mean, there were people on.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah,
We weren't. Otakon staff is all volunteers. They do it for the power
They
tripping.
do it for the just to power trip on people.
They do it because they go to the con and stay in the room for free,
Yeah, they get a free room. That's it. They don't get paid. They don't get anything.
and they can power trip.
And they feel power. One guy, he was like in the most Simpsons Millhouse dad I sleep in a racing car do you moment. He said we were in the elevator and we were like saying how shitty it must be to be a staffer, and we didn't know the guy next to us was a staffer. And he was like, actually, it's great. The video game room, they keep open an extra hour for everybody on the staff so that we can all play games in peace. And then we were just like, we have a bedroom that we go up to and we drink.
Yeah,
We have a hotel room that
we're allowed to go in there for the whole day.
Yeah, we can play in the game
Yeah.
room during the day and not have to work.
Yeah,
And he just was like, yeah.
the guy was really smug.
Yeah, he really was. I sleep in a racing car bed, dude. I sleep in a bed with my wife. Outside of that, there was some weird Otakon decisions. The Oda Cafe in a panel room is weird. So there's a karaoke, and it's supposed to be like a lounge area where you go and recover. They usually have like water bottles or like a water cooler and stuff, and you
People
chill.
karaoke.
And it's supposed to be like at other cons and even like Otakon in the past, it was easy to get to, easy. It was just like a nice chill stop and
Lots of natural light.
windows, all this stuff. This was like a hurricane shelter, like a tornado shelter room. Windowless, tiny, cramped, a little stage, and just a bunch of like cafeteria tables in a cramped room. The dealer room was nice, but like we were all talking, like we were like, there was no standoutish thing. Like some years they have like the ginormous Shenron taking up the entire dealer room. Other years, massive Crunchyroll thing. Other years, massive Viz Media or Fate Stay Night thing. There was nothing. It was just kind of meh.
It was your standard.
Businesses, just with nothing really to do or see. Yeah, and the Artist Alley, same thing. Really, nothing that look great in there. Maybe we're just jaded from going to
they're
cons for
changing.
so long.
They're changing. The market is changing.
We bought some stuff though, but like,
I got this Miku figure. But it was fun, and now I'm crushed because I have nothing to do. That I have any time constraint. Like I've learned that I only thrive under pressure, and so now we need to apply some pressure. Like, what's next? So not the most dazzling Otakon that we ever had, but the cosplay experience was
probably the
very
best.
solid.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite cosplay I've ever done. And I realized after we got there that it was my 15th, and I was like, I wish I would have realized that before, because I was like doing something special. We have a lot of photos with a lot of really good cosplayers, but I hate the way I look at them, so I won't post them.
So I'll post them on our Instagram. But yeah, all in all, a good con. I don't know what I would want them to do better next year. The security, I guess, is the only
I
thing.
don't know what they can do better with the space that they've got. I think they could rearrange the events better, like physically.
Yeah.
With the arcade in a smaller room.
What room? There isn't a
There
smaller
has
room.
to be a smaller room than that. That room is the size of a city block, and then some.
They need to put the Oda Cafe out in the open, so that like that's another thing I love about MagFest is so many things, the events and things that go on there are performative, and you don't have to go anywhere for them. They have Rock Band just set up right in a hallway.
Yeah.
They have this set up just right in a hallway.
Yeah.
They have this meeting area just set up right outside in here. They have a grand piano just sitting here. Will somebody play it? Will they? Like,
DJ stations galore.
yeah, they do. They just have
really do. There's
setups. Like,
Turntables everywhere.
yeah. So it's all, you don't just entrap you.
You should go.
You don't just, lock yourself in a room. You don't feel like you're leaving the con, just going to like one of these like fun little side rooms, and that's the one thing. Because like we were even saying, we wanted to go to Oda Cafe to just chill and still feel part of the con, and we go there.
Immersion. The other cons have immersion.
Yeah, and we go there and we're just like sitting there and we're just like we're in a hurricane protection room.
Lot of One Piece.
Really?
I think more One Piece than anything. I don't know the dude's name with the pink coat and the glasses, but I saw about 50 million.
Trigun, I think, still. There was a lot
More
of
One Piece than
Trigun.
Trigun. Definitely a lot of Trigun, but so much One Piece.
Yeah, out of everything at Otakon, the surprising cosplays, I guess, was the sheer amount of Trigun, which is just funny. Like Michael said, it was like when he saw the crosses everywhere, he was like, I remember you blocking everywhere and getting in everyone's way.
It was a nightmare.
Like, he's like, ah, my old friend. Nice to see you back.
Yeah.
After all of these years.
The crosses were smaller. They used to be like the size of the fucking room.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
I guess because this was mostly women. This was almost entirely women.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Vash.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw any men Vash. They were all girls.
No, yeah, they were all.
Yeah, they used to. Their crosses were like the size of this room, and you get stuck behind them on like escalators.
Yeah,
And shit.
yeah. That's what he was saying. Ah, my old friend. Not a lot of Final Fantasy. Like there were a few clouds and your normal amount of clouds and Zax.
I've seen more pictures than I saw in person.
Yeah. Because there was no Final Fantasy meetup this year. It was just Final Fantasy 14 meetup. So there wasn't like a FF. Usually there's a generic Final Fantasy meetup where everybody from all the series just shows up.
And I would think now with a new title having just
yeah, right? And brand new one just comes out. It was just 14 though. So one of the people that we ran to even said the same thing. They were confused by that.